So if you talk to somebody who has a lot of kids, what they'll say is that it doesn't necessarily get easier the more kids you have because there isn't really a formula. Each kid comes out different. And but one thing that they would say, and I think every parent would say this, is that there's one challenge that you run into with every kid. And that is that trying to get your kids to do something that they don't see the benefit of doing. Everyone runs into that as a parent, whether it's around what they eat or video games or doing their homework. Every parent has to find a way to get their kid on board and to go along with something that the kid doesn't really see the point of. And every parent struggles with that. And the tough part is doing it, you're finding a way to get your kids on board with something without having it strain your relationship, without having the kid rebel and completely defy you, which I think that's probably happened to every parent. And to keep your relationship intact and have the relationship be able to do well and have that not turn into a big thing and strain the relationship. So there's some parents that seem to be able to do that, and some parents that struggle even with the little things, and everything becomes a battle, even the little things. So sometimes I remember once seeing a parent and her son was I don't know, 19, I think, and they seemed to have a really nice relationship. They just had a really easy relationship, and it looked like they'd never run into any of that. And I thought, he must be a really easygoing kid. And well, then she mentioned that he had gotten into shoplifting when he was a teenager, and started to get into some legal trouble, and she had a really hard time with it initially, and then they figured it out. And there's something that you can see in parents who have good lasting relationships with their kids have figured out something about that element of getting their kids to work with them on something. And that's something that it doesn't have to do with what kind of kid you have or how challenging the kid is or what your parenting style is. It has to do with something else that's inside of the parent that they either have a grasp of or they don't. Something that they understand about parenting. And some parents, it comes to them really easily, and other parents kind of miss it. But it's something that you can focus on and get the hang of as a parent. And it's the thing that in our minds makes a really big difference on relationships with your kids, and that's what we focus on with parents.